Hey everybody, welcome to today's show. Welcome to Disabled Reality. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke, and we have two topics for today's show. The, excuse me, the first one is people eventually have enough of other people's lies, deceits, illegal actions, and saying one thing and doing another. And the second topic of today's show is karma is an S.O.B. and people eventually have to pay the piper, quote unquote, and nobody is untouchable. Now let's get right into the first one. People eventually have enough of other people's lies, deceits, illegal actions, and saying one thing and doing another. You know, when people tell lies and deceit, and eventually it catches up with them. And eventually people see that uh, the person who lies a lot, eventually other people see right through that. And then they don't trust them, and then when people back away from them and don't support them and don't help them, you know, it's kind of like the story of the boy who cried wolf. Remember hearing that story as a little kid? And in the story, the uh, first time the kid cried wolf, and people ran up the hill to save him. There was no wolf. Second time, boy cried wolf again. People ran up the hill to save him. No wolf. Third time, boy cried wolf, and eventually this time there really was a wolf there. Nobody went to help him. So, because people didn't believe him anymore. Caught in so many lies and stuff, and well, Conrad came back and kicked him in his rear end. And eventually people get sick and tired of other people's lies and deceits, illegal actions, you know, and saying one thing and doing another's. And eventually, I mean, especially if you're constant, constantly doing illegal actions, people are going to say, huh, tough noogies. You gotta, you know, deal with it now. You can't do the time, don't do the crime. They won't, people will stop helping you. Because people feel like, hey, everybody's going to help me every time I do an illegal action. This is what eventually people are going to say, no, no more help. That's it, done. And even when people say one thing and doing another, eventually somebody's going to do that to you. It's enough with saying one thing and doing another's. This is why I said it in a prior episode. It is so important that people say and do. Really. And it's so important, and not just in personal life, but in professional life as well. You know, eventually, if you're the type of person that constantly says one thing and does another, no one's going to want to do business with you. No one's going to want to work with you or whatever. So it really is important. I'm not just trying to be nagging people, I'm trying to help people out there. It is so important. And these things may seem so minor and irrelevant, but you don't really realize how important these things are. You can't cry about it when you do it, and then when people do it back to you or whatever, you have no right to cry because you did it, and now you're paying for it. Now let's get right into the second topic of today's show. Karma is an SOB, and people eventually have to quote unquote pay the piper, and nobody's untouchable. Karma is an SOB. And as the old saying goes, what goes around always comes back around, and it comes back 3 times fold, and each one is worse than the one prior. And it's the third one you gotta watch out for. And eventually, people gotta pay the piper. And just because you don't have to pay for it now doesn't mean that you never will. Karma doesn't go by on, on anybody's watch. Karma goes on karma's watch. And karma's not a person, ladies and gentlemen. I've had people ask me, Anthony, when you say that karma is an SOB, who's karma? Karma's not a person. Really. And um, that's why when people say karma can't touch me, yeah, karma can and karma will, because karma is not a person. Seriously. That's why karma is endless and timeless. It'll go and it'll come back at you when you least expect it and when you least want it. And when you say, why are so many bad things happening to me? Right? When times are getting so tough and people say, why is this happening to me? You were a screw up in the past and you're paying for it now. So that's the truth. And nobody is untouchable. No matter what position you may have, and how much, no matter how much money you may have, nobody is untouchable. The truth is the truth. So for those for those people out there who say and think that they're untouchable, pluck your heads out of where the sun don't shine, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously, you're not untouchable. Just because nothing's happening to you now doesn't mean that it won't happen. It's gonna happen later on in life. So it's going to happen when you least expect it and when you least want it. And it's not a person, it's karma. Karma is not a person. And we just have to accept it. Because you got to go, okay, I did something screwed up in the past and I'm just paying for it now. And fix it. Fix what you screwed up. And think about it. If you're able to do the screw up, then you're able to fix what you screwed up. Honestly. So now, I want to take this time to remind everybody about my business, my website, which is Advocate Information Highway. And the link to there is awldny.com. That's A like Apple, W like Wind, L like Larry, D like David, NY like for the state of New York.com. And you can check out all the pages, all 5 pages on there. On the homepage of the website, you will see the 2 links to both, which one link for each show that I host here on Spreaker.com. The first link is to my first show, Equality and Rights for All, which is scheduled for Thursdays. And this show, the next link is for this show, Disabled Reality, which is scheduled for Fridays. And I'm still working on setting a time frame for each show. But you can listen to all the episodes for each show by clicking on each link. And also on the homepage of the website, you will see the links to my 10 internet newspapers. Under that, you'll see the links to where you can follow me on social media. Under that, you'll see the links to uh, three business pages on Facebook, in which the first link is to the first business page on Facebook called the Advocate Information Highway. The second link, the second business page on Facebook called Advocate Information Highway Express. And the third link is to the third business page on Facebook called Odds and Ends. And I'll get this, speaking about odds and ends in a minute. And under that, you'll see the links to the places where I've been a long time member and a proud long time member of each one of these five places. And under that, you'll see the spot to where you could subscribe to my website. And under that is uh, a spot where you can contact us right here at Advocate Information Highway by uh, filling out this short, I guess, form, quote unquote, and you can email us. So, and that's called the contact us area. And that way you can email us. The second page of the website is the support page. And on there, you'll see all the places that Advocate Information Highway supports. The third page is the administration page, and that's self explanatory right there. The fourth page is the store page, in which the first one is a link to my internet store on Zazzle.com, in which I designed a lot of products and they're up for sale on there. The second one is to my author's page on Amazon.com, but right after that, I placed two other links on, for the same second one, where it says number two. I placed two more links in which, uh, just in case if people want to take a quick sneak peek into both of my books that I wrote, um, one link is to my first book called Let's Talk About It, and the other link is to my second book called Let's Talk About It More, in which, um, if you click on either one of those links, it'll bring you right to that book, and you can take a sneak peek into each book. And for the third one, for the right next to number three, that's the link to the website that my husband and I have together called oddsandends.com. And this is where I'm explaining about oddsandends.com. It's the website that my husband and I have together, and you can purchase a lot of our products right on that website. And now the fifth and final page to my website is the blog page, in which you can catch up on all the blog posts that I place on there. So I want to take this time to thank all my fans out there, and uh, and also to mention that I hope to speak to everybody again next week, next Thursday, which is October 24th, for Equality and Rights for All, and next Friday, which is October 25th, for this show, Disabled Reality. So with that, take care, everybody. Bye.